Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's session of Glory of the Giants here on Swindler's Den. We're gonna have some fun tonight. It's been a while, so we gotta get on into this. We gotta get back in the swang of things. But first, let's do a couple of quick announcements. Of course, we have our other shows going on. We have Abomination Vaults that goes up on YouTube on Mondays. We have Spelljammer, which is now unofficially the sister campaign to this channel because we go every other week. So if you're not seeing Giants, you'll see Spelljammers up, or you'll see nothing because we're all very busy people, unfortunately. But we're gonna try our best to have at least one of those two go up on Wednesdays. Sometimes we double up depending. You'll figure it out. Just show up on Wednesdays. There'll be a show there. Otherwise, on Fridays currently, Equa is running a short series myth heist with a bunch of new people from other channels, and our very own Barely is also there holding it down for all these noobs. Technically not noobs, they've played on other channels, but new to our channel, so we want to welcome them. So go watch that show. And also that show does upload early on Patreon. I think up to the 4th episode is up currently. It's 3 or 4 episodes. You can go watch all those on Patreon right now if you don't want to wait for the YouTube video. But with that, let's introduce our players. First on the layout is Grizlocke.
Hello, I am Grizlocke. You can find me on YouTube under that same name, as well as Twitch, where I play games sometimes, but not right now because I'm too busy house hunting and failing and crying every night. Anyways, in other news, come check out Spelljammer, as Baka stated earlier. It's a fun time. I play Kelborn. I play Kelborn Kerrigan, the Rune Knight fighter. And I feel like I'm something else. I'm a ranger.
You're ranger first, right?
Yeah.
Ranger first, fighter second.
Ranger fighter guy. He's cool.
He's pretty cool. Next, we have Barely Caffeinated.
Hey, I'm Barely Caffeinated. You can find me at Crits and Coffee on YouTube, where we are running a Shattered Obelisk campaign with a few of these wonderful people here. Tonight, I am playing as Siegfried, the Aasimar Grave Domain Cleric.
Ooh, then we have DrPhage.
Hello, I am DrPhage or Adam. You can find me on Twitter at Little Growth. That also has all the other games I'm in. I'm in lots of things with lots of fun people. Check it out. Tonight, I am playing Benjamin, the half-elf warlock.
And last but not least, coming to us in grayscale tonight, we got Kyle.
Hey guys, what was the grayscale for?
Your cam looks very muted tonight.
Oh, I thought I had to do something. Happy Pride!
I thought, I kind of for a minute was like, is that like an offhand?
No, his webcam just looks very gray to me today.
Dang. Okay, I'm sorry. Today I'll be playing California. What am I? What? A fighter?
It hasn't been that long, guys.
Oh no.
Echo Knight fighter, paladin.
Yeah, I'm a paladin. There we go.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one tonight.
Happy Pride.
I forgot to pull up my character sheet. So.
let's refresh not only our audience but our players as to what happened last time, and myself, to be fair. Last time our group had made it to Neverwinter to warn them about the incoming giant incursion, or lack thereof, for they had learned that the hill giants were going to be marching south to Waterdeep, that their encampment outside Neverwinter is just a ruse to get as many resources and bodies to Neverwinter. So Waterdeep was easier to take for them. Upon arrival, Benjamin tried to procure audience with the Lord Protector, but learned that it'd take quite a few days. It'd be easier if they were to talk with the first knight instead the following day. They also got information from I remember her name. I'm looking at it as I'm trying to stall. Dasha. sent them a sending spell to let them know about the ruse that was happening with the hill giants, that they were going to be marching south, and that she wouldn't be able to speak to them as much because they are being scryed on by her mother. And that her father, King Hire, was going to be taking the artifact to the Eye of Anam in the Spine of the World, and that is where the chosen of the different giant kind would be turned into scions. With this information, our group started scrambling about, trying to figure out what to do. Some of them went to the library to get more information on the Eye of Anam and other various parts of their lives. And Benjamin went to set up the meeting with the first knight. Of course, before that, even Siegfried had went to learn about his past, his heritage, with a nat 20 roll from the priest and a bunch of high modifiers from the group. The gods were summoned to the gods in a council with the whole, not the Holy Trinity, that's our world. There's the three that Siegfried loved, especially Ilmater, and his own mother was there, and they were trying to figure out themselves what the incursion was between this foreign god entering this realm. It turns out somebody else had figured out of her presence, or that Siegfried was contacting her and learned about her presence through that, and started worshiping her to further open the portal from her realm to theirs, where some of her children had made their way through and were now on Torel in Faerun, somewhere to the south. Our group kind of surmised they might be in the High Moor, where they had also learned about an ancient dragon living that hadn't been heard from for a long time. With that, I think we can hop right on back into this sucker. We'll kind of reconvene as all of you have rejoined together with all your various informations. It's about a little after midday at this point, and you can continue forth in what you would like to do.
Yeah, I would definitely be letting everyone know that we'll be meeting with the first knight tomorrow. And that I sent Huey to the hill giant camp and saw all of the cloud giants moving in, as well, as it seems to be a double ruse for what's going to be happening, and both cities seem to be going to be under attack at the same time.
I forgot what I learned. I don't think I learned anything, to be honest with you.
Mostly you learned that the Eye of Anam is in the Spine of the World, and that it's like an ancient giant ritual site, but it is basically in ruins right now and is more of a pilgrimage than anything. But I think that's all you learned specifically as you walk away from
I was trying to find a secret.
I was
trying to find a secret entrance or something, but
okay. Yeah,
I didn't find
anything.
Sorry, I dropped a bunch of dice.
No worries.
I mean, we'll be speaking with the first knight tomorrow, but we also need to then decide what we are going to be doing afterwards then. It feels like we have many things to take care of in the south, but it is now more of a question of what order we take care of them.
Should we just go in order of just like the things that are on the way? We do the dragon and then the giants and then Maw.
It would be the simplest. I am still nervous, about the dragon, but now maybe the dragon isn't alive anymore? Is the dragon been always some other creature? Or has the other creatures killed the dragon? I don't know. But there's a lot happening in that swamp.
What if the dragon's a ghost? How do you kill a ghost dragon?
Would it be easier as a ghost than a real dragon?
I don't know.
Good question. I don't know either.
Right. So, where do we want to go? I know where I want to go, but
Baka, could you pull us to the map? My brain cannot even.
Yes, I'm sorry. I forgot. Forgot to put you on the splash page, and I forgot to bring you back to the map. Get over there.
Okay.
we kind of decided that we want to just like let Waterdeep and Neverwinter figure that stuff out for themselves, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we'd be able to, but there is like the thought of trying to thin out the hill giant forces a little bit. I don't know how effective we would be at that, of like trying to peel off some of their numbers and take them out, but it's still a pretty big host, so I don't know how much we'd actually be able to help on that front.
Don't you think that we're likely... Oh, was that in character or out of character? I was out of character, wasn't it?
Little column A, little column B. I think like Benjamin would bring it up, but also yeah.
There is a chance that we're like the best fighters in these two cities.
That's both buoying and depressing. Like, it's just us. Do we have to do like we're the best of the best?
I mean, we're definitely, I'd say we're above average, at least.
Yes.
Now, did we ever... Oh, I'm sorry, Siegfried, go ahead.
If we help out Neverwinter and Waterdeep, would they even be assets to helping overthrow the giants?
Well, that's actually kind of goes into the question I was thinking on. Is why do they want to attack those places anyways? Is it just because a lot of humans and elves and things live there, or is there something there that they seek?
I assumed just because it was the largest population centers near here, and then presumably they would just continue going south, annihilating down the coast. Until, I don't know, I mean, they seem to want to rule everywhere, so this is probably just where they are starting.
What sort of things have they been after so far, the giants? They wanted the forge, right? For
unknown purposes, or at least fire giant specific purposes. Dasha wasn't sure what they would want with it.
Was there anything else that they were after that we knew of?
No. It seems like all of their efforts have been gathering, like organizing themselves and waiting for whatever transformations are going to happen in the temple after they got the artifact from under the glacier, which they have now, so... The hill giants were sent here just to be a distraction. Stone giants aren't participating. The cloud giants have now gathered, and the frost giants were on guard duty.
Do you think they'll forge something with the artifact? A weapon?
I don't think... I mean, it's a possibility. I don't know. We haven't been back to Udengal to know if they got the anvil.
Great. Is there... I wonder if there's any more of those out there that maybe they're after instead?
The Forge Master wasn't aware of any others when we spoke to her last time.
You're right.
Not to say that there couldn't be, but at least within striking distance of them.
Okay.
Which even that, they went quite a ways to get that anvil, so it must be important to them.
Do you think we could ask the First Knight on whether they can handle an assault like this between two large cities?
That may be...
Maybe we have to intervene, and then maybe they can help us in some other way as well.
Yeah. When Huey/I saw the cloud giant castles coming in, I know Dasha said the hill giants would be marching in 10 days, which may or may not be true. How far away did the cloud castles look?
You know that it took you guys only 2.5 days to get here. It'd probably take them about that time if they were going full speed, but they didn't. Like, they still seem kind of far off, so it seems like they're taking their time getting here.
Okay.
Especially because the smoke is covering their entrance.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it might be possible then that if we can reduce or eliminate the hill giant threat before the cloud giants can appear, but that is maybe only a few days away. I don't know how quickly the city would be able to mobilize. We have the numbers I wrote down. We have like 100 and change of hill giants, just a lot of Ettins and ogres, and then 30 or more frost giants in their numbers.
Oh.
I'm gonna say it. We can't save or help everyone.
Wait, no, that's true. There's literally 2 towns, so it can only be it.
We are only 4 people.
It's also the longer we spend here trying to defend the cities, the less time we have to deal with the fire giants, to go south to figure out any of those problems. Because Craig is gathering his forces to begin the transformations, which will be... who knows how long those will take, and then he will start marching south towards the cities. Is my assumption, at least.
And these transformations, do we know exactly what they are?
Just that it is going to make them much more powerful. And we didn't get exact details, but it increases their power to a dangerous level.
Now, is that like a select few of them, or is that like the whole army?
I believe it's a select few, because it has deadly consequences. Like, it is very easy to die from. Let me see if I have any more information from Dasha.
Well, perhaps we just see what the First Knight says and then go from there. Maybe he's like, oh, giants attack here, you know, at least once a year. Get to fend them off, so nothing new.
Yeah, I mean, it is, to Kevhorn's point, we can't save everyone. We have to make some decisions, and letting the First Knight know maybe all that we can do here before we have to move on.
Great.
What about after that? Are we planning on going to the High Moor? It would be quite a gamble, but I think it was me that recalled it, but dragons and giants have been rivals forever.
I think it's worth a shot. I don't know what will offer the dragon if it still lives. Perhaps not being supplanted by giants is enough motivation for
Perhaps the trinket that the giants have, whatever that magical artifact is. I mean, dragons love treasure. I'm not saying that we let him actually take it. That's just the.
What if we promise it the cloud giant treasure?
There are several castles worth of treasure flying towards this city.
That's right. Yep.
I mean, that's
Offer the spoils of war.
anything it wants to loot from the. I think we limit it. If it anything from one of the cloud castles, it's reward. Also, motivation for it to take out some of our more dangerous enemies. Yeah. So I think then, yes, track down this dragon if it still lives, and if not, then it sounds like we'll be dealing with a different issue of taking out more of these creatures that have seeped into our world.
As long as we're heading south, I am more than okay with this. Also, Udengald is on the way. So do we want to maybe drop in and make sure that anvil's still there? Just a quick stop, just like a, hey, anvil's still there. Great, all right, let's go.
I thought about that as well, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be smart, because that could also let us know what to expect at the fire giant fortress, whatever the city. Because if they're forging equipment potentially for the other giants, if they have a magical anvil, that will likely increase the things we have to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Let them know about the attacks as well, because who knows, they could go from Waterdeep to Udengald and whatever. But definitely they shouldn't try to assist. I'd be afraid of Udengald leaving the anvil and heading to help Waterdeep, and then them getting attacked again.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, sounds like we have a plan. Let's go talk to the first knight.
Tomorrow.
Yes, it's tomorrow. But we should be ready after that to leave the city right away, and then start heading south.
All right. Is there anything anybody wants to do for the rest of the day?
Yes.
Yes. Let's hear it, Kevin.
Going back to my parents' house.
All right.
I will warn them about the things that might happen, and I will give them my cyanide pteranodon.
Okay.
There, I thought you said something else.
I will say, as you get to the docks, the water has come up to ankle height. So you will have to walk through the seawater to get there. But as long as you're willing, nothing happens. And you can say goodbye to your parents, let them know that trouble is coming to the city.
Do they need gold? Shit. I can spare gold.
Did you not give them gold last time? What do I feel like you did?
I don't remember.
I might be mixing up with like a show I recently watched or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think you did.
I'll give them 50.
Well, it's very kind of you. And what is this for? As they hold up the pterodon.
Protection, escape for the dangers that might come tomorrow, possibly.
How do we escape with the stone?
You just mash it, right? You just throw it on the ground.
You just throw it on the ground. It turns pterodon here.
Yeah. You just break it. Throw it on the ground, and it didn't say how big it is.
I think it's a medium creature, if I remember
If your
correctly.
side is medium or small, you can ride it. No, it just says if you're medium or small, you can ride it.
Yeah, for this purposes, they can both ride it. It's fine.
Oh, okay. But a big dinosaur will appear in its place.
Oh.
It will. You have a time limit of 8 hours for its use.
Okay. Well, we will use it if we have to. Thank you for looking out for us, son.
Not forgetting about them.
Can I, for the rest of the day, like, be popping in and out with Huey? And I want Huey to remain invisible at the giant camp, trying to cause, like, minor mayhem of just, like, undoing knots on things, so that, like, if they're trying to load up a cart or something like that, like undoing knots and trying to do, like, anything to slow down the hill giant's progress at all. He's just, like, invisible as a little rat, like chewing through ropes and, like, leather and things like that, just going about being a menace.
Yeah, can I get a sleight of hand from Huey? See how effective he is at this?
He got a 16.
Nice. Yeah, he is effectively slowing down their pace a little bit, to the point where they have to go back and do things over. Oh, damn it, I thought I tied these, but it looks like I chewed them instead.
Yeah, I'm basically giving him, like, free reign of, like, be as annoying as possible, don't get killed, stay invisible.
Yeah, he can do that pretty effectively, being invisible over at.
Yeah. I know it's not going to slow him down much, but I'm just trying to buy all of the cities as much time as possible.
Anything else anybody wants to do for the rest of the day here?
Yeah. After Siegfried's evening prayers, he'll go to tending and pruning his bonsai tree. And based on the conversation earlier that day and meeting with the triad, he's gonna prick his finger and
I stop him. I stop him. I stop him.
Bonsai.
I stop him.
Give me. Would you give me a sleight of hand?
I also spilled my drink everywhere. That's why I got up.
And then I get to do it for free. It's a 13.
13. What's your passive perception, Kelborn?
Passive.
I think it's good enough, right?
17.
You do see him go to prick his finger.
No. Siegfried. The blood stays in your body. You promise me?
This isn't going to kill me.
You don't know that.
I've been through a lot worse.
Give me that. Is it a needle?
It's part of the tree, I assume.
Something.
Oh, you need
Or I
it.
can bite the tree, I mean.
Give me that. I take it. And I poke myself first. Just wait like a few minutes to make sure there's no poison on the end of this.
We're fine.
Alright, fine, but under my supervision.
You're being a little too cautious.
You may think so, but if it was your mother, you'd feel the same way.
Well, different circumstances, I suppose, but promise me you won't do this while we're fighting.
Oh no, I'm definitely doing this.
If you turn your back, worried about what I'm doing, then you may lose your own life.
That's a good point. That is.
And then if you lose your own life, I have no idea who your mother is.
No, so that's a great point. My mother, her name is Ginny. She is
Siegfried takes out his book and he starts writing all this down.
That's with a G. Ginny. She's from Greenest in the green field. The green fields. There's an S there at the end, I guess. Greenest. No, like greener, but the most amount.
And what does she look like?
Well, she's where I get my my fiery red hair from. She is now a bit thin. Very bony. You'll find her at home, mate. She can't really get out too much.
So Siegfried draws what is essentially Kelborn without a beard.
Sorry, say again. What? Kelborn without a beard?
Yeah.
A little thinner. Not as muscular.
All right. Well, I think I got an idea. Can I try this now? Is that all right?
All right.
I can heal myself too. Siegfried will turn around and go back to doing what he was doing before, pricking his finger with a needle or whatever, and just feeding a drop of it to his tree to see if anything happens.
Con save? No, you're fine. Yeah, give me a religion check.
That'll be a 19.
You do see, like, your blood kind of soak into the soil quicker than you would expect, or at all, because blood really doesn't soak in the soil. And you do see, like, the branches grow just like a minuscule amount, not a ton, but it does seem to be reacting to it.
Did you see that?
Hey?
It's very interesting.
What does that mean?
I'm not entirely sure, but...
You fed your blood to the tree, and the tree grew a little. Is that correct?
Yes.
I've always wanted to be a few inches taller. Do you think... Not now, not until after we've helped my mother, but if you've got some blood to spare.
You're asking me to hurt myself so you can be a little taller.
Only after you're saving my mom. I've seen you. You can handle it.
Well, just 2 seconds ago, you were worried about me pricking
Yeah,
my
but
finger.
that's because... Okay. I don't think you're getting the gravity of the situation, Siegfried.
I'll think about it.
Okay, but in all seriousness, that's very, very interesting.
Siegfried, you will get an additional use of your Prayers of Suffering feature. One additional use until you use it, so it's not like it goes away at the end of the day. It goes away once you use it, essentially. Because right now you can use up to your proficiency bonus, get one additional use. And you can't gain additional boosts until you use this one. So you can only have one additional boost at a time. And it will be the check every time. So yes, you have one additional use.
For the tree?
Yep, it's from the tree. You have your Prayer of Suffering feature. You get one additional use of that. Outside of the proficiency bonus that you already have.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Cool.
All right. Anything else people would like to do before bed-bye?
I think over like dinner or something like that, I'll look at Siegfried and say, so we're both the most magical of our little posse. Are you able to cast the sending spell? Because I can't. Can you?
I suppose if I spent a little time praying, I could figure something out.
Okay, that's great to hear. In case we need to have communications with people that, like, letting the city know, great. I was trying to figure out some things. We can also potentially talk to Dasha then in emergencies. Great. Just double checking that fact.
I will pray on it tonight.
I don't know if we need it tomorrow. I'm just happy to know that we have the option to do it.
Better to have in case, though, right?
If you can, I don't fully understand how your magic works. So if it works into however that works out and it won't be a hindrance, great. I just kind of wake up some days and I can do more magic. It's very confusing.
Yeah, so how does that work? Like, your god, like, today you can use these spells because... You know what, let's not get into that. That seems like a long discussion.
In character, we do have a long discussion about how we think the magic works, where we won't actually have that.
Where is everybody sleeping at tonight? Sleeping. Because I know Benjamin and Kelborn were in hotels or inns. Siegfried, I think, stayed at the Hall of Justice, and Kevhorn was at his house. Is that correct? Is that still correct?
Yeah, no, I'm going to the Hall of Justice to sleep. That's where Siegfried will be.
I think I was staying with my Zentarum contacts, but yeah, in the same place.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just like buy like a... How were they dressed the last time I went there with him?
Just in typical robes.
Any of them like hood up?
They didn't have their hoods up, but they have hoods on them.
Perfect. I want to see if I can buy like a robe like that or whatever, and just put my hood up. Maybe Siegfried won't notice.
Yeah, you can find one for 5 silver.
Okay, I'll take 5
And
silver.
do a stealth check to try to hide from Siegfried.
Do you have advantage for the costume?
I'll let you double your proficiency for adding the costume.
Costume.
If you have proficiency. Do you have proficiency, or am I just cucking you on that?
I have stealth proficiency.
Okay, yeah, double it then.
How
Double zero.
Insulting.
Yeah, this is real.
Double my proficiency?
Yeah.
I think that'd be 32.
Yeah, you are one.
Oh wait, no, sorry.
There.
I'm sorry.
My passive
that would be
perception is 33.
30.
So
That's 30. No, you are one of the priestly hood there.
Oh boy, do I find these out.
Kevlorn, do you go back to your house?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You do see a small spider web in the corner. No spider in it.
Divine Smite.
Divine the web. You can if you want. You probably blow a hole in the roof.
No,
please do it.
But yeah, you all sleep safe and sound in your little beds, cots against the wall outside Siegfried's door.
No, I'm in there.
You're in the room.
I go in. Hold on, I gotta do a. Oh,
I can't even see him.
As you're trying to sleep, you just feel the bed dip.
Oh, I did not realize someone was using my room. Go on, don't mind me. I will sleep on the ground tonight.
Do a deception check. Since you're interacting with them now.
Deception. Come on, I'm decent.
Do you want
That's
me to insight?
18.
If you want insight, you can, or you can just take it at face value. It's up to you.
Also 18.
Rollies, do it again.
Missed the tray, no! Okay. I got a... What am I rolling? Deception?
Yeah.
22.
22. What'd you get, Siegfried?
16.
Let's go!
Yeah, you are apparently in this guy's. Apparently, they gave you this guy's room. You slept here before, but he just lays down on the ground, hood up.
Strangely large sword. It looks exactly. No.
I assume you kind of cover that up, but he does have like a large parcel he's carrying around.
Comedically, it looks like Hellborn, but it's you can't
So,
tell.
what's your name? Right.
You spend the night with this strange person sleeping on the floor next to you, Siegfried. Everybody wakes up in the morning all refreshed. As refreshed as you can be in the situation you're all in. Strange. I assume Kelborn has to wait for Siegfried to leave so that he doesn't just walk in the same place with him.
Well, I go to the restroom and change out of the robes, and then like come back and be like, "Oh, Siegfried, I didn't expect to see you here." Just kidding. No, I came here to find you. We're going to the first night.
Oh, well, good morning. I thought we were going to meet at the inn, but
I just wanted to make sure you're all right, you know?
You know, Kelborn, you've been very overprotective lately.
Yep.
All right.
Kevorn, as you leave your house, the water is like up to your knees at this point. Like it's almost to your parents' door, where they like their house is kind of elevated from the docks. It's almost to their door, and it's up to your knees walking through it here.
Is it normally like this?
No. Like your parents and a ton of other people had to close their like little market booths down for the day because the water's so high.
Do we know this? Never
If
mind,
Kevorn
sorry.
tells you when he gets there. Actually, let me look at Neverwinter map quick. You guys might see it being at the Hall of Justice.
The Hall of Justice is like along the river, but it's not on the coast.
That's what I thought.
It's not on the coast though.
I mean, yeah, the river's height is pretty up there too. Like everything that's touching water, there's like a knees height worth of water up to that point.
Okay. Siegfried, the water here feels higher, doesn't it?
Yes, maybe a little strange.
Do we think that what are the giants that come out of the water?
Storm.
Are those storm giants?
I'm not there, but Storm.
There's not like sea giants, is there?
Not that I'm aware of. Do you think it could be Benjamin's deity?
It could be that, but I don't know. There's giants about to attack the town, so I'm kind of curious if it could be related. We did see those giants in Luskin crash out of the water, right? So
He is the water to our level, like, or close by to?
How do you mean?
Like, is it at our elevation? So like, where, I don't have the map in front of me either, but like, the Hall of Justice is next to the river. So like, at what elevation is the river compared to the sidewalk or the road or whatever?
I will say there is a, like, when you're along the actual river here, there is like a stone wall that is up to the residential spot. Like, you're not like right against the river, because the river does fluctuate a little bit more than the sea usually does, other than the tides, blah blah blah. But no, like, you're not in the water, but you can tell it's higher.
Okay, so I couldn't touch it from.
No, you wouldn't be able to touch it from here.
Okay.
And I also realized that I cut off Kev Horn's scene when I said that, so I believe.
Feel good. I'm just gonna be dramatic and drastic.
Per usual.
I am gonna simmer in the water. See if I can feel a presence.
You're gonna submerge, or you're just gonna walk into the water?
I'm submerged knee height.
Knee height, okay. Give me perception.
Eight.
We don't notice anything.
Okay, let's play this dance and song again. Step down.
Yeah, you step down
Did I
into the
roll
water. Yeah, you step down in the water. It comes up to your knees. Starts seeping into your boots. Your feet are wet.
That's a good question. Does a cleansing stone like do drying also?
I don't think it does.
It just cleans like dirt and whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Okay.
I think like drying and cleaning are separately listed in prestidigitation too.
Mm.
I
We
think.
have an incredibly important meeting to go to today.
You get a little salt water in your boots. Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
You're gonna show up with water in your boots.
This time I rolled a 14. Oh, not a 14, 17.
Are you checking again when you're fully in the water?
Yes.
You know something has noticed you entering the water, but nothing reacts outside of that. It seems almost like something was paying attention to something else and noticed you, and then went back to paying attention to something else.
Does that presence feel familiar?
Yeah.
Like bad familiar or good familiar?
Bad familiar.
Okay, cool. It's her. Don't want her. And calling another one. I will try pray to hold on, I forgot the name.
Are you looking for Valkyr?
Valkyr. I was like Val something. It's not Valorant.
Valkyr or Valia? You got two VALs going on here. Or
Valkyr.
yeah, I think Valkyr's VAL.
See,
Mater.
he could guide me.
Yeah, do a religion.
See what this is. I have a 0 to roll. That's a 13.
What were you looking for with this prayer?
See if he knows anything of why the water's rising.
I think he is able to re-embolden your confidence in knowing that Miriandra is behind it, but as to why, you're not. He doesn't have that information to give to you.
Miriandra. Sorry, how far am I in the water again?
Knee high.
Knee high?
Mm-hmm. Like it's above your knees. So like the joint where your knee would bend is getting filled with water too. In your armor, not like your actual body.
I can't face her alone because I don't know what tricks she has up her sleeve, so I will go back out and go to the meeting spot slowly as possible, letting the sun dry me up.
That's just that feeling of walking with water in your shoes, but it's boots like up to your calf, just as you walk, leaving footprints behind.
Actually, I'll grab a rule and like fly around, try and air dry my.
Kevin does a couple circles to try and air dry. Rolls just carrying a towel bear. Whoa. And you all meet up back at the inn that nobody stayed at.
Well, Kelborn was staying at it.
Oh, look, the inn that I stayed at last night.
Do you know what their special for this morning is?
Had to leave before they put it on the board.
No, that's a shame.
That's how I got to you so early.
I'm just going over everyone's appearances, making sure everyone is looking good, like shaking out wrinkles in clothes and doing all of the things, knowing that we have very important people to talk to today.
So we bought those expensive closeouts for this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Granted, we're not speaking to the Lord Protector, but we are speaking to the head of the military. So, like, finery may not be as important to him, but it's always good to make a good impression.
As you're de-wrinkling my fancy clothes, I will say, have you talked to her lately?
Not since 2 nights ago. I think I had mentioned that whole conversation to you guys. Why? I mean, I'm assuming I would have noticed the like higher water level, at least in the river, from like walking around.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have had to cross like one of the bridges to get to the inn.
Why do you ask?
I feel like she's scheming something.
Benjamin gives a deep sigh. What are you seeing?
It feels like she wants something. The water is rising. It's like she's trying to reach for something.
Are you sure that'd be her? I was actually on the way here, Siegfried and I. We noticed that the water levels were high as well, and I was thinking perhaps that some storm giants might be sieging.
I was praying to Valkyr, and and he told me Meandra's up to something.
I threw the spores, because I believe I told you all, but just to be sure anyways. I think this is a short-sighted ploy by her, because she wants the Lord Protector to go into the ocean. They have a history together. I don't fully understand it.
Dude, you know, did the dirty with the ocean.
Maybe. I mean, this is like if at all possible, I whisper through the spores. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think Miriandra was always a goddess, obviously, because like she overtook the new domain and things like that. I'm wondering if she was mortal before, and then like this is part of that. Because she's acting in a very mortal way about a lot of this stuff. Like, give it to me instantly. I want it now. Not the like, I have eons to get my plans to come about type visualization.
That makes sense. But I will say, if you were a god and you were used to getting everything you wanted right away, maybe that would be part of it.
I am going to, because she did give me another task. She wanted me, when we thought we were going to be talking to the Lord Protector, she wanted me to tell him that she, and correct me if I'm wrong, Baka, the gist of it was like, I want to, like, Miriandra wants to see him again and that he should go to the ocean.
Yep.
So I'm going to, so that everyone is fully aware of what's happening, I'm going to be giving a letter to the first knight, which will just simply say, Miriandra wishes to speak with you. And I'll probably now include, check the tide levels. And I'm not going to seal the letter. I'm going to allow the first knight to ask whatever questions he wishes, but just say that this is, if he could get it to the Lord Protector.
Ready?
Okay, and I'll just like write that up very quickly. And again, not sealed, not anything like that. And start going to our meeting. Okay. I think she's trying to drown the city so that the Lord Protector has to touch the ocean. I think that's what she's like gaming for.
Well, like,
that's the thought process.
You know what she wants with him?
No idea. She didn't tell me. She's very keen on talking to him again. Like the keenest. She's more keen on him than Kevhorn.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm just saying a lot.
That's quite a bit.
Been in the water.
Is anyone
to get out of the house?
Why do you keep going into the ocean?
I had no choice. To leave the house, I need to go into the water.
Okay, it stresses me out every time I hear that you went into the again.
Oh, Benjamin, you're from this town, right? City.
I've lived in this city for a while. I'm not from here.
Does Lord Protector Ivern have any children?
No idea.
Oh.
I didn't know that was his first name.
Didn't we just discover that? Like last episode?
Yes, Benjamin did on his own.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The Lord Protector have any children?
Yeah.
I just didn't say the word Ivern. Retcon that.
Yeah. Whatever.
Wait,
did you say that their spores are out loud?
Oh,
did you ask about Kelborn. Did Kelborn say?
I'm pretty uncomfortable. I mean, not uncomfortable. I'm very whatever. I don't know the right word. Yeah, so I probably said it out loud.
I was gonna ask, since I've lived in the city also, do I know what the Lord Protector looks like?
No, you've never seen him.
I said it out loud.
You said it out loud. Benjamin, you feel a presence bring its attention to your space.
Wait, based off of him asking if the Lord Protector had children?
If Lord Ivern had children or not.
I just like Benjamin is very frustrated with Miriandra right now. If he can, he mentally rolls his eyes. Says, I'm not sure. I don't know much about the Lord Protector.
Just because if Miriandra wants to see him, I mean, he's gonna need an heir.
That's honestly, I think it's beyond my control. I think they have a history, so he'll know what the situation is.
Okay. Good enough for me.
I'm hopefully just a messenger in this.
You're the matchmaker.
I don't like that.
Who would you say? Oh wait, never mind.
No,
Spoken
let's not
for.
play that game. To the first night?
Yeah, you guys walk up to the palace. There are escorts waiting there for you. They kind of check you over, bringing you through the gates. You know you were allowed with your weapons and stuff, but they were just checking to make sure you didn't have anything they didn't want there. And you are brought into a room, a smaller room, but large enough that there are 6 guards in here as well. And then the first night, a man with shining silver armor, a red cape, and carries a helm with a large plume of a red feather on it under his arm, comes in the room, sets the or like hands the helm to somebody that walked in with them, turns to address all of you. I hear you have important news for the city. I am First Knight Dundrill.
Dundrill? Okay.
That's
okay.
Dundrill.
Dundrill. I like it.
Dundrill. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
It's a good name.
Me too.
Solid name. Much better than I could have done. It would have been Fred.
It was try not to say any other names that have been used before.
Yes. Thank you for meeting with us. I am Benjamin Colana Jr. I have lived in Waterdeep for a number of years, originally from Luskan. This is Siegfried, Painbearer of Ilmater, hails from Baldur's Gate. This is Kelborn Kerrigan, the Crown Prince of the Spring Court. And,
Flower Prince?
Flower Prince. And Kevhorn, who is a Waterdeep native, or Waterdeep transplant here as well. We have news and information about the giant incursion and giant siege on this city. Through our adventures, we have encountered very many giants. There is a larger plot that the Lord of the Storm Giants wants to conquer all of the small folk. As part of that plan, he has sent the hill giants to besiege this city, which you have seen notes and evidence of. What we also bring is that is a ruse, and that the hill giants will be marching south to Waterdeep in approximately 9 to 10 days. We don't have the exact details. But unfortunately, a armada of cloud giant castles are coming to presumably besiege this city.
Give me a persuasion check.
Why do I always roll like shit on my persuasion? That's still a 21.
Oh yeah. This is... You're sure of all this?
Yes, we have very good information about when the Hill Giants will be marching. They don't have exact dates, but last we heard it was approximately 10 days from now. We have seen the Hill Giant encampment. I'll even use like major or minor image to like show like what the Hill Giant encampment looks like. We know there are roughly 100 hill giants along with their leader. There's a few dozen frost giants that are in there, and then unknown numbers of Ettins and ogres that will all be moving south. We don't know the number of cloud giants, but presumably I would assume close to 100 cloud giants. It is, from what we understand, their entire court moving towards this location.
And how did you come across all of this? I know you were the group to first break the news about the giants coming in, but how did you get all these details?
Would you accept that we were fated to be a part of this? That's the truest explanation I have.
I like mind spore, Benjamin. No, that's good. Don't mention the traitor in the giant ranks, because that could, reveal her.
I think I already technically did. But...
Son of a bitch.
I said we had information from someone in the camps.
I don't think you directly called anybody out, but yeah. I mean, it's hard to believe, but crazier things have happened, I suppose.
The more practical answer is, after we initially saw the hill giant party moving towards the city, we then set out to see what we could do to fix things, and kind of got wrapped up in a information bomb that we potentially could help slow down this, which we have been trying to do as well. We have entreated with stone giants who are, as of now, remaining out of this conflict, not willing to join on either side. We have slain the previous leader of the frost giants, who they now have likely replaced. Killed one of the champions of the hill giants. Absconded with some valuable artifacts from the cloud giant. So we have been in the mix. So a lot of this information is also directly from our own experience as well.
That is a impressive list of accomplishments. What are you going to be doing during all? We've got to start mobilizing people back to Waterdeep. If that's the case, that they have some chance of holding out against the giants.
We are going south to waylay the fire giants who have not... They are part of the conflict, but they haven't fully mobilized yet. They live far to the south, past Baldur's Gate. If there's a map, I'll point it out. Like, it's way the fuck down there. It's going to take them a while. To hopefully slow them down, learn more about that. That was going to be, since we have more information about that and we can move quicker, that was going to be our plan next. And potentially gain some allies along the way as well. We're always trying to gain allies.
All right, well, your presence will be sorely missed in this siege, but I understand you've got other things to deal with that will help out here. We'll do our best to barricade what we can. A cloud giant siege won't be anything easy to deal with, but we've got to start doing a war room as soon as this meeting's over, actually.
So just throwing it out there, and it's likely not the case, but we did prevent some giants a while back from stealing a magical forge anvil, and we think that there's a chance they might be looking for something in that stead. So if you have anything like that, just guard it and be aware that may be the point of the siege.
Well, no magical anvils, but we've got things to protect for sure. We'll be keeping an eye on them too.
All right.
When you're able to repel the cloud giants, also be aware that the storm giant king is going to be coming south from the spine of the world with possibly even more terrifying versions of giants. It is his plan We don't know when that is going to be enacted, but all of the city should be warned that giants of unimaginable power may be moving south.
All right, this is a lot to take in, but we'll start war room right away to figure out the best course of action. Is that all then?
Yes, I think that is all of our official business.
All right.
I have one request. If you could deliver this letter to the Lord Protector. We had wanted to speak in person, but with this accelerated schedule, it was best to meet with you so that you could get the information before we moved out of the city.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. Hell yeah, that's a 10.
Instead of lifting up your arm to give it to him, you just crush the letter in your hand and keep it at your side.
Benjamin, didn't you have something to give to him? Benjamin?
Can I, in that moment, I'm sure I can feel her presence.
Yeah.
Can I try to speak to her and say, can I tell him or can I only tell the Lord Protector?
Give me religion using your charisma modifier.
I'm rolling like ass tonight. Religion, that's gonna be a 14.
You do hear a voice in the back of your head. If he knows it's me, he won't come. In fact, let me change that. She says almost the same thing, but there's a slight change to it. If he knows it's Miri, he won't come.
Apologies.
Okay.
Oh,
Never mind. Have just noticed that the sea levels have been rising, and that perhaps, I'm sure the Lord Protector is aware of that, but he may have some insights into it.
Oh, yes. High tide has come early and more aggressive than we're used to, so definitely an extra problem that we have going on.
If anyone is standing or sitting behind me, the fist that is holding the letter is shaking.
With that, Faerun will stand up and also give the first knight a letter.
Ooh.
I also stand up and give the first knight a letter. Siegfried?
This is asking the Lord Protector's hand in marriage. If this is completely unofficial, unrelated to the Giants and what is going on, this is completely personal. But I would like to request for you to please give this to the Lord Protector. You can read it. I don't care, as long as the Lord Protector gets it.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm using my advantage on this.
Nice.
What is my persuasion? That will be a 17.
Nice. Do you want to say what it says out loud, or do you just want to send it to me? He's not going to read it, but just so that I'm aware of what's on the letter.
Okay, as long as if only you are aware and not the characters.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about this? And it is a copy of what I found with all the snippets and clips of the books. Do you also see echoes of a different light? Because I do. And I will write, please, I need to know the answer. Do not let him near the water.
We'll do, yes, the Lord Protector is not keen on going near the water on most days, I assume. Same would be now, but yes, we'll give this to him. We'll deliver it to him.
Thank you.
All right. With that, Lord Protector salutes you. Not Lord Protector, sorry, First Knight. Salutes to you, turns around and leaves the room.
Before he does that,
Yep.
You give him a letter.
I hand him my letter.
You
and it
actually have the letter?
says, yes, it says, you are cordially invited to join our finest wedding in the spring court of the Feywild at some point, at some time, someday, to be determined, but we are holding your seat. Thank you. Don't go into the water.
Save the date.
No, I'm just kidding.
You sure you don't want to give me your letter if everybody else is giving me theirs?
The letter was unnecessary.
All right.
He's had the wrong date.
He'll turn around and leave. You know, if you are brought back outside, out in the courtyard, and then past the castle's walls, and the doors are shut. Your griffins are all standing there, tied to a post. Owlbear sitting with her back legs splayed out next to her roll.
Not the owlbear man spread. So, an idea of the first stop?
Udengald?
Udengald.
Udengald.
When do I regain control over my arm?
You felt like as soon as you were initially stopped, you kind of had control. Like, you're still fighting against you, but you could have attempted again. But out in the outside of the castle walls, you are free to move your arm.
I am going to drop the letter at the feet of a guard near the entrance.
Another wisdom save, please.
Ooh, that's an 18.
It's an 18. Instead of dropping it on the ground, you shove it into your own mouth.
That's a little strange, Benjamin.
I don't think that's Benjamin doing that.
I just climb on my griffin.
Climb on your griffin, letter still in your mouth. You do feel your jaw like unclench. And you all begin to take off.
As I take off, take a slight detour, so I am slightly over the ocean, and I spit the letter into the ocean, and then rejoin everyone.
Easily do that. And begin flying south to Udengald. Everyone's favorite real town.
As we're flying, I through the spores, because I don't know how much Miriandra can hear anything. It seems like through the spores she can't hear as
much. So far it seems like she hasn't reacted to anything you say through the spores.
I explain she was preventing me from giving the letter to anyone useful. I will not be controlled like that. She gave me much power and much freedom, and now she wants a leash. And I'm not willing to be leashed.
You go.
Slay Queen.
Benjamin, like, he is shaking with anger at what just happened.
What would you like to do about it? You know we're here for you.
I don't know yet, but I will be more free of this, at least in the future.
We will help you escape the depths of her gaze.
I would say be direct, prepare for the reaction, be honest, be sympathetic, and create distance.
Are you talking about the breakup? Are we breaking up with her?
If you have to, allow yourself a little time to grieve.
And never drink water ever again.
I don't think I'll have much to grieve at this point.
This will be a 2-day travel.
Woo!
Anything you want to do on the first day?
Coach Errol with his pull-ups with the owlbear.
Just flying.
No, I don't think so.
I just want to check, because I've never been totally clear on Find Familiar.
Mhm.
Is there any limitation on the distance of when I can make him disappear and then like reappear him next to me? Because it says as an action you can temporarily dismiss the familiar to a pocket dimension. You can dismiss it forever. As an action, while it is temporarily dismissed, you can cause it to reappear in any space within 30 feet of me.
What's the wording on your, because your familiar can like just be wherever and you can look through it, right? Because of your warlock stuff.
Yes, my voice of the chain master. You can communicate telepathically with your familiar and perceive through your familiar senses as long as you are on the same plane of existence. While perceiving there, you can speak in your own voice, even if it is normally incapable of speech.
I would say that bleeds over into the dismissal and resummoning. So you could dismiss them from the giant camp and bring them back to you, wherever you are.
Cool. For right now, I'm gonna leave Huey there to continue fucking shit up as he can, right. With essentially the instruction of letting me know when the cloud giants appear or when the hill giants start moving, whichever happens first.
Okay. Sounds good. Any nighttime activities, just normal watches and stuffs, or do you want to be talking to gods or other people, or?
I don't think like it's a scene necessarily, but I think Benjamin is still praying in giant to Diane Castor every night, of just like a little, like, again, not anything in particular, but just like trying to get that line of communication going, essentially, for whatever may end up.
Just give me a quick religion check. We can use charisma again for this modifier.
Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
Yeah, you feel you feel your words not hitting Miri Andra's ears this time.
Love it. Fine.
Anything anybody else wants to do?
Yeah, I call upon Valida to read me a bedtime story.
She doesn't show up for that kind of stuff.
That's so sweet. I open the book ABCs of Gods, Volume 2, and I flip to a random letter. Baka, go ahead. Random letter.
Roll me a D 100.
D100. 90?
Why'd I even ask?
Yeah,
you?
Oh wait, I actually have something I want to.
You open up to you.
You, okay. You.
Udingal.
That's not a god.
This is Ulu Tiu. Deity of glaciers, polar environments, Arctic dwellers, father of giant kin. Shit. And I say, oh dear Ulu Tiu, please protect Siegfried. He's very important.
You do a religion check.
I can't believe we got the freaking giant god here. All right, religion. 11.
You see in the subtext underneath Ulutu that he's gone missing. It hasn't been seen since the spell plague.
Oh shit. I'll try a different one tomorrow.
You could just pray to any of the triad. I mean,
I think they already are covering you, so I just want to get as many gods on board as possible.
quality over quantity. We don't want just any gods watching over us.
Well, what about... I'm gonna roll d20, see what letter out of 20 of them. What about... Let's see. What about Lalira?
Do I know who that is?
Goddess of joy, happiness, dance, festivals, freedom, and liberty.
You can roll a religion check, Siegfried.
Uh, 24. Sorry, 25.
Yeah, she's a lesser deity, more known for celebrations and things.
I mean, that's all good and fun, literally, but not going to protect us.
I'll just try. Dearest Lyra, goddess of joy, it would bring me the utmost happiness, and I might even dance if you were to protect Siegfried for the rest of our journey. That's a 6. You're gonna ask.
For a 6. You don't hear anything.
Okay.
Don't feel anything.
Well, good night.
Was it Kevlar that wanted to do something?
Yeah. He's felt that feeling of going through realms before. Trying to follow, to use that feeling, he's gonna try see if he can hop, skip, jump into another echo life of him.
You're gonna look into another Echo's life. Give me, what did I have you do last time to try and figure out Echo's memories?
I don't
Do you remember? Let me look at things quick. I pulled up Roll20 like it's gonna help. Just quickly go on my character so I can look at a freaking character sheet. Give me... I want to say this will be a wisdom check. Yeah, wisdom check.
Not
Sorry, you know what? Do insight.
Inside, okay. We're resting after this. I'll use advantage.
All right.
$22.
22. Is there one of your known echoes that you would specifically like to look at?
I was just grasping at anything that I could reach. So there's no specific one.
With a 22, I'll say you're suddenly like almost like with a gasp shot backwards, ethereally, and in front of you, vision gets dark, grayscale, as you would for your dark vision, and you see in front of you as an enormous blue-skinned elven body, or not blue, sorry, purple, like pale purple-skinned elven body on top of a large spider body, like sink down and bite you in the neck, and you're suddenly starting to be covered in webbing and pulled upside down to hang from the ceiling.
Try to pause right there.
Okay.
And see if I can rewind. If I could.
You go back a little bit to the moment where and you see this is forget her name now.
Lolth.
It's not Lolth. It's the one that you did encounter, her daughter.
Oh, the daughter.
Yes, it is her daughter. So it seems like a moment where she would have killed you in your life, but this one, it seems that she got this one.
I'm just trying to see if I could see the others and if they're completely the same.
Do a perception check.
I should have said I rolled with advantage. 11.
11. With this vantage point, you can kind of make out a figure that is moving across the webs in front of you, but it's hard to tell who it is or what exactly they look like. But there is somebody else there. At least one other person.
I'll stop there for.
Okay. But yeah, getting another little bit of an insight that at least, again, another one of these echoes went through at least the same life moment as you, but it didn't play out the same, it appears. Anything else?
No.
All right. Wake up in the morning, have some brekkies.
Wake up in the morning.
Yeah, you don't finish that sentence.
Someone.
Oh. Good.
Good.
So there's some bad stuff happening in that area.
But yeah, you get up on your griffins and begin to fly towards the mountain that Udengald is nestled within.
Pod racing.
Pod racing. You feel the cold mountain air rushing towards you as you arrive at this small town. Well, smallish town. Oops, that's not the right thing. I almost played other music. See a familiar wall. I assume you don't fly over it, you land and walk in like normal people, as you did the first time. And you are let in within the walls.
I don't think there's a lot of pleasantries. I think it's a lot of like, we got to talk to the Forge Master.
Yeah, you were brought there. They recognize you. She is within the mines, making sure everything is going correctly.
Since we're in a time crunch, if I remember correctly, this is where we got the shield, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I would go visit that person instead.
Okay, you're gonna go to Wallida's mother, Helena. You head off that way. The rest of you goes to the forge and the mines. The Forge Master. She does confirm the anvil is still here and hasn't been attacked since, but they do keep extra guards on it to make sure nothing happens. The statue still crumbled into rubble, filling up the hole that the giant made. They haven't attempted to create a new one yet.
Definitely gonna just mention that they're kind of planning attacks now, so to be double on the lookout. Like we have confirmed attacks being planned for like Neverwinter and stuff. So just double down.
All right. You do that. Kevhorn, you go to the house on the outskirts of the village. Knock on the door. You do see a younger elven woman answers the door. Hello, can I help you?
I forgot her name.
Well, you never... Helena is the mother, but you never met this person.
Yeah. Is there a Helena here?
Oh, yes, she just woke up from a nap. I'm Mildred. I help her out when I can. Come in. She loves guests. She kind of takes notice of the gauntlet on your arm too as she lets you in.
I'll just walk up to Helena.
Oh.
If she's on her bed, I'll sit on it beside her.
She's out in like a rocking chair.
Oh, okay.
There's a chair next to her though, and you've come back. How is my daughter's shield treating you?
She saved me multiple times. If you've never given me this, I don't think I would have made it that far.
Well, she's obviously decided that you are worthy to be carrying it, so I'm glad that you found it and are able to carry on her legacy.
No, I'm not going to ask her that question.
What's that face?
I was going to ask her something. I was like, she won't fucking know. I just want to say hi again and express my gratitude for letting us travel with essentially your daughter.
Yes, it was hard losing her. She died in my arms, but took the last amount of energy that was given by the spirits to save all of us. And now you're using that power to save everybody else. It's what she would have wanted.
I'll grab a hold of one of her hands with a gauntlet, and I will make it my vow to return this shield. I promise. I will return her to you.
She puts her other hand on top of yours. Take all the time you need.
I don't think I have much time. You're old. Is she human?
Yeah, she's human.
Dang it! I don't have much time. We gotta end this quick, boys. I don't want to see a mom go without her daughter.
Well, technically, she already has.
Wow.
Nobody seems to care that much that my mom is sick. But okay.
Siegfried cares.
We're working on it.
Siegfried's over here spilling his blood left and right.
It was a small poke.
But other than sharing like a quick tea and a snack with her, I'll share my pleasantries and be on my way to meet up with the boys.
Right. I'm scrambling to find something for you here for doing such a kind thing.
I also wanted to do something when you get a second.
All right, cool. The problem is the site I usually use for things is down.
Ruh-roh.
Here, hold on, maybe roll 20 can save me. Boo, 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 boo. There it is. Because you chose your subclass for your paladin already, right?
Yeah.
And your Oath of Vengeance, correct?
Yes.
You can add an additional Channel Divinity. You can add Rebuke the Violent as one of your options for Channel of Divinity, or Channel Divinity. And I'll give that to you in your notes too, but if you want to look at it now, you can. And you leave. Siegfried, what is it that you wanted to do?
Just if the statue is made out of some kind of like stone material, I was just wanting to use stone shape to try to help them out a little bit with the statue. But if it's not stone, then
it was made of stone, but as you like go over to look it over, it was enormous. But the Forge Master kind of comes and stands next to you. Yeah, it's a shame such a beautiful piece of art is crumbled, but she also would have hated it, so it's not the hugest loss.
well, I would love to stay and help, but if there's any way I can help in the future, let me know.
Oh, we will. You've all done so much for us already with helping stop that that fire giant, steal our anvil, and coming to check on us again. But we'll keep you in our minds if we ever need you.
Siegfried will just kind of place his hand on the statue and then walk away.
All right. Is there anything anybody else wanted to do while in Udengald?
Nope.
Kevlin having a couple snacks, some tea, and some biscuits. Then you all are able to leave. Take flight once again to head off into the Great Blue, as the kids say.
So my mic was muted, and I just thought of something.
Oh, yeah.
While we were in the forge, do they just have like throwing spears or
Yeah, there's some
javelins,
spears.
whatever that's?
Yeah, spears and javelins.
Could I have these?
Sure.
Wonderful. I don't know, like 3 spears, just in case I do need to do some range damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
How many do I get?
3.
All right, that's fair. Sweet.
All right.
Didn't you
And then you take off.
give away your bow?
What was that, Kevhorn?
Didn't you give away your bow? What do you want to do range damage now?
Yeah, bows are lame. It wasn't necessarily the range
Okay.
damage, it's that bows are lame. So
Also, maybe now when he goes hunting, he doesn't have to behead a pheasant so that we can eat.
I do have hunting traps. But
Well, the last time you went hunting, you just like snuck
that's
up on
true.
a deer, I think, and lopped off its head.
yeah.
Well, if there wasn't a good spot to cut when I said we take off again, we'll cut off there with the break. You guys are back at flying, heading southwardly towards the High Moor, I can only assume.
Yes.
What is your plan? It'll take you, it's much closer from
While
Udengald
we-
to the High Moor. Go ahead.
Sorry, my audio just pooped. Hold on.
Poop.
Oh no.
There you go. That was really weird.
We just fly over the high moor going, Dragon! Dragon!
I was going to say, while we fly over Secomber, do we notice if the water has cleared up a little bit?
Mm.
Oh yeah, it looks much clearer now. And you
Let's
see people
go.
out fishing again. Yeah, that part of your journey seems to be very successful.
It was
People are
money.
out and about fishing and living their river lives again.
we're not gonna say that they owe us money because we did like trade horses for them and then just let those forward. So like we don't need to go back there.
4 horses.
Yeah, I mean, like we don't have a lot of information. Where
Do you think it might be the one settlement in the Highmoor named
we don't officially know that it's there.
Oh.
I think that's like that is where it is, but we don't know that that's where it is.
Oh,
You just know that that's ruins. Like, it's not an official city anymore.
Did we
It was
not-
once
did we not
a
get
city.
information on like where he might have been? I thought we did. I just wish
You
I
know
knew.
that he might be around Oragoth, but again, Oragoth is.
Oh, what you're saying? We don't know where
ruins.
the location
Yes,
of
yes, yes.
the ruins is. I see. Yeah.
So I think also like as we're flying there, do we want to have a time limit on how long we want to search the moors before we move on? Because it is quite the big area. If we don't find it within a certain number of days, that we just move on and continue on to the fire giants.
What comes first, the fire giants or greenest? Are the fire giants in the giant plain?
No, they're in the storm horns.
Storm horns. Oh, okay.
So,
They do
like-
come first. You're right.
Technically, but it also wouldn't be like that much if we went to
Oh,
greenest first.
There is the option of a possible death totem right above us.
We have to go into the Underdark, though, don't we?
Yeah. But death totem sounds pretty cool.
How?
What if the totem just kills you? Like, what if that's the power? You just die.
But what if you just kill others?
What if
Easily.
you become undead?
What if you
They're all-
become the Grim Reaper?
Do
Merkel.
I mean, how this is obviously going to be just a question of how long we want to spend on these other activities before heading north again to try and deal with whatever's going to be coming out of the spine of the world.
The
'Cause
death
it would-
totem can help with whatever is coming out of the spine of the war.
it would also really suck to be in like the middle of Shadowfell and get the word that like the Scions are marching on Neverwinter. That would suck.
Do-da.
But then, like, we come back looking like badass heroes.
I mean, it's not. It
I'll
is
let it go. I'll let
very
it go.
appealing. I definitely like the more totems we can get, the stronger we will be. So like possibly, but that may be something we do on the way back up.
All right.
It feels like too large of a detour right now for some of the more immediate plans that we have.
I see.
I like the
that
idea.
totem for us.
I like the idea.
Yes, you guys don't want to be edgy and cool. Wait. So, if we are going to the fire giants, are we just gonna give it to Kelmore?
I don't know. The thing that sucks about all these is that we don't know what any of them do before we touch them. It's
You
like,
hit
what
the hardest.
Do we think that
Fire means ouch. You do big ouch.
fire also means life? Also means yeah. I mean,
Yes. Based off of what we've gotten so far, haven't been a lot of like life-giving properties.
no. I mean, you're right. In my fire rune that I use on my my sword. It's fiery shackles. If you've seen that thing before that I do.
Yeah.
So maybe similar. Too sexy.
I meant temperature.
Oh,
but yeah.
Chains and whips excite me.
Just based off of what we've had before, I do not think I will benefit the most from a second totem until you two have a second totem first, or even you three. I feel like I am benefiting the least from this totem.
Catforn will turn towards both Sieg and Cal.
Yeah, you guys want to rock, paper, scissors?
We both know what I'm gonna go for.
I honestly don't. I'm dumb. I forgot. I don't.
I have the stone totem.
Yeah. No? What if we write it? What if we write it in the chat at the same time? That might be easier.
How about we write it on a piece of paper and show the camera?
Siegfried is not participating in this.
Siegfried?
I also don't need a totem.
Second totem.
Second totem. I feel like the cloud one is perfect enough, so...
At 8.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
They're just doing this in midair
Oh.
while flying.
Yeah.
I can't
read
see
it.
that. Can you
Can't
see
read
mine?
either of those.
Paper from
Paper.
Scissors.
This is
Son of a
scissor
bitch.
from
Best 2 out of 30.
We're just one hand on like the lead thing. Try to write this down.
All right. That's fair. What's fair is fair. I already got my cool fire shackles anyways.
Hey, if we do have time, you'll for sure get the death totem.
I
sounds of it.
I'm not sure I want the death totem.
Then I'll take it.
All right, you take the death totem and I'll take the fire totem.
Okay.
All right, that was much easier.
There is the possibility that we could get the storm totem as well. That involves going.
I think
into
that's
the
more
ocean.
impossible compared to the death totem.
Yeah, it is
Benjamin.
a low possibility.
Your goddess, you think might not even be a goddess, and she's just taking the place. Why don't you just take the place of her?
Are you saying
Push her out of the
any
seat.
of this out loud?
Yes.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah,
I assume you guys have to use spores when you're flying because it's
Okay,
you know,
if we're
like,
flying,
right
then
next to
yeah,
each
I
other
guess it's in my
talking.
head.
And, and griffins can't really hover, so
Okay, yeah. I make sure and I remind Kelborn, I'm like, we're not going to talk about any of that stuff out loud. That is spores only talk.
Of course.
Because I don't think she can hear us as well when we talk like this.
I wonder if it sounds like we're underwater.
It's whatever.
You hear like a drum. You hear like a drum beat in the.
I believe she is a goddess. I do not believe she has always been one.
So,
Because obviously there was one before her, and so therefore she may have been a minor deity and then took over the portfolio, but I don't know exactly how that came about.
Just be your own god, you know.
is there a
It's-
correlation with like time of someone being a god and their power?
I don't think so. I believe it is tied to their worshippers.
And you're saying, does she have a lot?
I don't
So-
know the number.
Well, you
If
just
she's
added
having
like
you spread the word of her faith, or whatever, her power, for more faith, I want to say she's not that powerful compared to other gods.
I mean, there are certainly quite a few that are still worshiping the person she took over for.
So what you're saying is it's right time to strike.
We got more immediate problems. I appreciate the support and the social climbing you're encouraging me to do. We got more immediate problems.
Well, you should just, before you do anything, you should just go around to all the worshippers and just make them forget her, and then they won't worship her. She'll become less powerful, and then you can supplant.
So the only way I have of doing that is killing. That's the way I can make people forget about her.
I see.
So look, we got... How long do we want to spend looking in this swamp? That's problem number 1.
3 days?
3 days?
Oh, wow. Yep. That works. Let me try you something.
That sounds good, right?
Oh, no. I dropped
say...
my really expensive golden crown. That's very magical. Where did it go?
In the air, flying around.
I'm screaming.
I threw the spores. I'm like, the dragon isn't omnipotent. I don't think we're even over the swamp yet.
Oh.
Yeah, at this point you would be. It's like a little after midday.
While we're flying, and I know this might be a stretch, but can I try to see if Siegfried can feel the point of corruption since it's coming somewhat from me?
Yeah.
My kin.
Do a religion check using your wisdom modifier.
That's a nat 20.
Ooh.
I'll say a nat 20 does it. You feel that it is more, because you're just on the edge of the swamp at this point, just coming past the Comber. You feel to the southeast there is you feel the presence, you feel the energy that you feel when you speak to your mother and are in that space with her.
Where?
To the southeast. You don't have an exact pinpoint because this is such a large space and you're just kind of reaching out for a feeling, but it does seem to be the southeast of where you're at currently.
I believe we should head southeast. It feels familiar.
Great. It's a place to start, at least. We should keep an eye out for any ruins we see along the way.
Siegfried will kind of plan on leading/navigating to where he's feeling that.
All right. You begin heading that way. Everybody give me perception checks.
First not so great roll. I got good perception though.
6.
Well,
13.
Nat 20 for a 24.
Let's go.
Oh boy, we're rolling the nat 20s out of here. I'll say it takes a couple of hours, but you, Cavhorn, you start to see stone ruins off in the distance, in the area of where this dot is actually.
What a surprise.
You see large pillars have been knocked over amongst these very vine-esque trees, drooping branches going down towards the water, very high root systems, almost holding the trees out of the water themselves. It's pretty dense, but through this you do see all these stone ruins. And I'll say even before you get there, you're about at the halfway point. You're just kind of scanning down. You kind of know what your travel point is. You happen to look down for just a second, and you see a flash of a small black creature kind of move its way through the trees. Couldn't be much bigger than a dog.
Puppy lost in the swamp.
Like a large dog, I should say.
A large puppy lost in the swamps.
We have to go save it.
We need to save that poor pupper. Guys, I'm gonna land over there. I'm gonna go hunt down a lost pupper. I go down.
You do okay. You go to land.
Okay, I guess we follow. I mean, we can't stop him from landing, so.
Cavhorn say there's a puppy down in the swamp. I'm gonna go save it. Dives with a roll in his owlbear. You follow after. You can land like amongst these roots that are these large roots holding the trees up out of the swamp water and the peat moss. You can land on there and look around. Do I have swamp music? I think I do. Do I have swamp music up in here?
It's just Hyrule.
Yeah, let's rip this one. Why not? You see, like this. The air is thick and humid. Just almost like your skin already becomes wet, just clinging to you with the heat. You can hear large sounds like the word I shouldn't say, but it is a real word. Large bugs flying around. You hear the buzzing. You hear croaking of frogs in the distance. But if you want to see where this creature went, give me another perception check.
Puppy, come here, boy. Ooh, I can't do that. 22.
You see this creature closer up. You now know it doesn't have any fur, but seems to be covered in scales. And you see this reptilian head. As it sees you see it, it goes flat and hides behind the rock that it is hidden behind.
Do I recognize what it is?
Do a nature check.
Where's my nature? Probably +0. Yeah, it is. 14.
It looks a little strange compared to what you would initially think of these creatures looking like. It's kind of got a thinner head than you expected. You can kind of see some bone exposed on the side of its head, but you think it might be a kobold.
Excuse me. Have you seen a lost puppy around here somewhere?
I'm not here.
Cool, great. Did you see a puppy around here?
No puppy.
It went in this direction. I'm pretty sure you've seen it
Nope,
as
never.
Cavhorn's walking closer and closer.
No, I've never seen. What is a puppy?
A dog? You know, 4 legs, furry, cute.
Nope. Girk thinks
man's
you're making
best
that up.
friend.
That's not real.
Step.
Yeah, as he keeps talking to you, you look over the stone. You see hands over his head, huddled. Probably when standing, comes up to your waist. This little scaly black creature, this little kobold, hands over his head, thinking he's hiding.
And we were like, "What? What are we hiding from?"
But you.
What?
Hide from you. Can't be seen. Sorry, I've got to go.
I don't see.
Gets up to try and scramble away.
Wait, excuse me. Have you seen a dragon? Or a puppy? But dragon?
No, neither. Never seen neither. Not the puppy, not the other thing. Nope.
Insight check.
All right.
That is a 16.
Seems to have not seen either. You think it's just his strange demeanor makes it sound like he's trying to lie to you, but
would you know if there was a puppy or a dragon here, where would they be?
Oh, I can't tell you where the dragon is. I mean, there is no dragon.
Gert, do you work for the dragon?
No.
Gert, I can kill you just by knowing your name at this point. It'd be best if you just, like, work with us here.
Why would you want to kill Gert? He's just out in the swamps, living his best life, not bringing things to the dragon.
Gert, does the dragon work for you?
Gert wishes.
Gert,
No,
are you
never say such a mean thing about the dragon. I mean, the dragon that's not here.
are you a baby dragon, Gert?
Yes, fear Gert. I am baby dragon, and I'll eat your village.
I knew it. And you know where baby dragons come from, Gert?
Storks.
No, big dragons.
weird.
So you've kind of let us know now that there's big dragons here.
Oh no, a big dragon left Gert.
Oh,
and is
that's
gone
so
forever.
sad.
Actually, yeah, it's a very sad story. You should give Gert gold.
Okay. Give him gold.
I put a hand on his wrist. I put a hand on Kelborn's wrist. Do it. Don't do it.
You're not allowed to give anything to cute creatures any.
Gert is rather cute. You see just skull above his eye.
I'm gonna hold up a copper. I think I have a copper. I do have a copper.
Give Gert. Give Gert.
We are looking to talk to any potential full-grown dragons that are much larger than Gert, so that that dragon can also gain a lot of treasure that they may share with Gert or others.
You not try kill dragon, take its treasure it.
That is not our plan.
I'm just looking for a puppy.
Going to
Give me
tell
a pers-
the dragon where a bunch more treasure can be found.
Oh, dragons do like treasure. If I knew any. Give me a persuasion
If I
check.
knew any.
Could I help with it?
I'll say Kelborn can help, so there is still a help action being had.
That is a 25.
All right. Gert will level with you if you give Gert the copper.
I put the coin in his palm.
Puts it in a little pouch on his side.
All right. There's the dragon. Gert is lying to you, I'm sorry to say. But we have to protect him, you know. He's very scared. And lots of dragons be dying. So we don't want him dying because he is all powerful and is very strong.
We're trying to stop the things that have been killing dragons.
Oh, good. Then you the same side as Gert. We can work something out together. You go tell Dragon what he wants, and you tell him that Gert sent you, so Gert get praise.
We're looking for the dragon. So where is the dragon?
Yeah. So here's the problem Gert and others run into currently. We want to bring things to Dragon, but new monster want us not do that, so they stop us.
Who's the
They're
new
big,
monster?
scary, and they eat Gert and Gert's friends.
Okay. What does it look like?
There are many. There are 3.
Okay.
3 heads?
No more head than 3. There are 2 very mean ladies, and they like crush Gert bones and Gert friend bones, and then they turn us stone, and we're very sad about that. But then there are a big almost dragon, but not quite dragon, many head, and it like eat, and if we try fight back, it spits acid on us, and it makes us very sad. Not like the acid the dragon have. That's good acid.
I'm sorry. You said that the this woman had 2 heads.
No. They're 2 women. They both have a head by themselves.
1 head each.
Yes.
And they have
did I
a many-headed fake dragon.
Yeah.
Did I just imagine or put it together in my brain incorrectly? Do the women turn you into stone or just crush you like stones?
Little column A, little column B.
Okay,
So
great.
you do
Love
know
to
what
hear.
a column is.
Don't look in their eyes. They're very, very seductory, but they turn you right stone.
Oh.
I mean, don't they all?
I think that's a normal thing to happen.
I guess I don't talk to very many women. I wouldn't know.
Do you know where they came from?
They come from swamp.
How long ago?
You know, not very long ago. Like couple sunrise, couple moonrise. You know.
No.
Okay, well. Does someone want to explain to him, or?
It will explain later. Thank you.
He's not the smart one in the group, huh?
Benjamin thinks in his head, he's like, I don't know if any of us are the smart ones. This is a real head empty group. Or he then has a second thought. He's like, am I the smartest? That's a bad sign. Where do you normally find these 3 or see them?
You know, kind of middle swamp area, you know. I just kind of follow the trees. There's a tree with a big old crook in the center of it, and you go right there. And then there's the stone that's split by the might of something. I don't know what it was, but it's split in half, and then you walk through the split in the stone. And then there's a large dark spot in the swamp, and that's where I'll tell you that later, but they're around there.
Would you be able to lead us close to them? You don't have to lead us directly to them, but close to them.
Yeah, I don't want to get turned to stone and crushed and then eaten and spit acid on.
Do you know how they turn you to stone?
They eat rocks?
Yeah, they look right at you in the eyes, and they seductress you. And you think, ooh, I better keep looking in them eyes. I'm lost in them, and then you're stone.
I'll probably be okay because I've already found the love of my life.
Oh, that's good for you.
I shouldn't be immune to this.
It's hard for us to find that one, you know.
Aye. You keep trying though, Gert.
Oh, I will. Someday I'll find someone.
You're
for
very
me.
handsome, young.
Thank you. Anybody else want to give me compliments, or we just moving on?
I've already paid you.
Oh, thank you.
Bye, Gert.
Oh, you're okay. Bye.
Gert is going to lead us towards the monster.
We're not smart.
Hey, you guys. All right. So the deal is, you guys kill the monsters, and then you let Gert go first. And Gert will be like, "Hey, we've got news for you, dragon." And then you walk in and tell him, and then Gert get all the glory. Got it?
Sure.
All right, follow Gert.
As long as you put in a good word for us, Gert.
Yes, yes, you will get a good word. You'll get, we'll do a 90-10 split, I think. That works for Gert. Start scrambling across the root systems into the swamp.
Gert, just a question. How high can you count?
Oh, pretty high. High as that Gert needs, I think.
Okay.
Why?
Just a question.
You trying to outcount Gert? I can count higher you.
You know what? Let's do that. Let's start counting and see.
All right, 1.
I don't.
2. 3. are.
Okay. Benjamin's like, okay, well, we can internally negotiate that 90-10 split.
Yeah, everybody give me dexterity saving throws as you maneuver your way through the swamp. The griffins are like behind you, but it's hard for them to fly in this space.
24.
7.
10.
Ruh-roh.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm reading my new shit.
Really? Oh,
Only
I
I
do
take
that.
damage.
Didn't hit it.
Dirty 20.
Dirty, yeah.
I really want that puppy.
Siegfried has to go a little bit slower, but doesn't fall in at all. And you guys start making your way to the first landmark, the tree with the notch in it.
Okay, this first spot, and now we turn right.
He kind of turns in an entire circle until he makes it to his right. Like he does a whole like 520 or something. Turns to go right.
Gert's okay.
Sure to know if you don't end up enjoying your time with the dragon, you can just come with us.
Oh no, I've pledged myself to Dragon. Dragon will be very sad if I Gert leave.
If you ever
Gert's
change
the
your
number
mind,
one,
just
All right. Well, maybe you change your mind. You stay here, find treasure for Dragon.
That's possible.
Yeah, it's a fun time. You don't get to keep any of it.
Your mom.
Benjamin thinks and is like, the mannerisms of Gert really make me miss Huey. I am just going to essentially recall him to like the extra dimensional space, so that I can summon him with the next action. I'm not summoning him right now, but so that he is more quickly available. So it's 1 action instead of 2 to get him here.
Okay. You continue on for about half an hour. Give me another dexterity saving throw, please. Actually, we'll do con saves this time.
I have a question.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's worse for me.
Can I sacrifice, just fail mine in order to make Siegfried passes or something?
I'll say you have to pass first, but if you pass, then you can give it to him.
Okay.
If he fails,
I missed the dice tray. Hold on.
because this is a con save this time.
I failed.
Got
7.
a 9 because my tummy hurts.
I also got a 7.
Oh shit!
4.
Oh, I got a nat 20 for a 27.
Nice. Kevin, your armor covers you enough that it's not as much of an issue, but the rest of you are just getting eaten by these large bugs. All of you have a level of exhaustion.
Oh, Siegfried, they're taking your blood.
Flashbacks, PTSD. I'm the only one without exhaustion
You say
again.
level of exhaustion, yeah.
All right.
And you see this rock that's it looks like a giant hit this rock with an axe, and it just splits evenly down the middle. And Gert runs up to. He's like, "All right, now everybody, you got to come right through this rock." He climbs over the top of the rock. There's clearly paths around the rock.
Oh, this is a
Gert goes through
winged
it.
kobold?
Nope, he just crawls over it.
Oh, I thought you said fly for some reason.
No.
I crawl over the rock with him.
Yeah, me too.
He's gonna make us do it if we don't. So
That's fair. I'll climb too.
Did you say it was split down the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I climb.
All right, climb through it.
All right, now we just have to go to the big spot.
yeah, you had mentioned you were gonna say something big spot when we got close.
Yeah. No, when you kill the monsters, we'll talk about it. All right.
So what could you give us maybe just a little bit of information?
Yeah. It's just how you get there. It's the last landmark. You'll know when you see it. Just don't go in it right now.
So what's in it?
It's just a hole.
A hole to where?
A place we need to go.
Oh. So, okay.
Yeah.
So we have to go into the hole to find the monsters?
No, monsters outside the hole.
The dragon is in the hole. I
Okay.
think.
Shh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do any sort of check on to get an official idea of what these creatures are?
History.
Oh, I got fucking disadvantage on that. Should have done this before. That is a 13.
13. You don't know much about ladies that turn you to stone, and can crush your bones. Maybe some kind of hag or something. Powerful hag, maybe. But you've heard of Hydra. They're found more eastern. Again, where more the wild creatures are nowadays, that Faerun is so settled and there's so many adventurers running around. A lot of monsters have moved east. Damn adventurers ruin everything.
Ocean.
But yeah, you've heard of Hydras before.
Do I know enough to know the fire to stop their heads from regrowing?
With a 14, I'll say you'll know that they don't. I would say that just in general, open wounds being cauterized by fire makes sense to you.
Okay.
Heard a story about like a guy named like Hercules.
You would know that, like, you've never read anything about acid in relation to Hydras, though, which is weird.
Yeah. Okay. It's probably, I don't know about the women. Probably a Hydra, which can be nasty. Look. Probably a Hydra. We should be careful about that. But otherwise, just don't look at the women. That seems to be the consensus. Happy Pride. Don't look at the women.
How do we fight something that we can't look at?
Well, you can't look them in the eyes. So, like...
Oh, that seems
knees
inappropriate.
Down. Knees down. That's where you'll look at them.
Ankles are very sexual parts of the body.
I don't know where the knees are, but good luck, I guess.
What do you mean you don't know where the knees are?
I never seen their knees. Never seen no legs.
Okay.
Yeah, they crush you with a big old ropey body.
That would have been good to know.
Big snake.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
No ankles. That's good.
Don't
want to be sweating out there in the fight.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get turned into stone, so I'm not going to look these women in the eye.
Yeah. Them snake people really like them, so.
Are the snake people often found near the women?
They usually stay in the ruins, but they come out here, they worship at them. Okay. Wrong worship, I think. Gotta worship a dragon.
Yep.
Okay. We ready to go meet monsters?
Sure. Yes.
All right. Let's be real sneaky, like.
Okay.
Crouches down in the water. He begins trotting forward with his hands up.
He's so cute. I just want to give him all my gold.
No. You can give him no gold.
Why is that your love language?
I guess it's from a deep-seated thing where I can't provide the princess with monetary anything. So she's a princess. I think you helped me discover something about myself, Kev Horn. Thank you.
All right, everybody give me stealth checks and give me marching order, please.
Oh boy. I'll be in the front or behind.
I will be
Gert.
behind Siegfried.
He's walking like a real goof, but he's silent as he does so.
I got an 8.
What was this roll?
Stealth. Remember those? Actually, everybody has disadvantage because Kevhorn has got that armor anyway.
Nick. Oh my god!
That...
Oh my god! I was literally about to say it can't get any worse because I rolled a 2 and I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So that's
won't.
7 total.
You won't believe I got a 13.
Wow. How did you get the highest?
No idea.
I am like at this point I'm gonna fully summon Huey and still have him be to do a stealth, or just use mine.
He can do stealth.
He can be mine. It's easier.
Oh yeah. You resummon.
It's lonely there. What was that?
We got 2 people with cute voices, so like we can't do a lot of back and forth right now, Huey. We got to get rid of the kobold, and then we can have a fun repartee again.
I got a 7.
Ha! That's also
job,
what I
everyone.
rolled. My 1 is a 7.
All right.
I'm just standing there following Gert.
I do.
Wait, why are we sneaking around for, guy?
I want to put warding bond on too, and I think currently Kelborn has the ring.
I think Kilborn took the ring off, right?
I did, but I haven't told anybody.
Yeah, you can cast it.
I would have also but like connected myself, ring amity connection with Sieg.
All right, you do so.
Marching order, I think I'm trying to be as far back as possible and also making sure to stay 5 feet away from people so that they do not have disadvantage on attack rolls. So I'm trying to like...
With that, then, it's me, Sieg, Kel, Benjamin.
If Benjamin's in the back, I want to be in front of Sieg.
Okay.
Here's a question. It says the spell wards a willing creature. But since he's not willing, is it
Yeah, so
bring on?
it just wouldn't... You would feel it not take effect. You would still use the spell, but you'd feel it not take effect.
Okay.
Anything else before you begin sneak up? You see some reeds up ahead that Gert is heading for.
I'm gonna summon my elemental, so I have that going. That lasts for an hour, so I'll have that just like nasty swamp water elemental forms up next to me.
All right. Kelborn, what's your armor class?
Okay. That's a 17, sir.
A 17. You feel it happens so quickly you can't react to it. You feel something wrap around your foot and you're suddenly pulled into the water and you start being dragged through the water for just a moment before you're lifted up by your foot and you're staring into some golden eyes. Give me
I'm glad it was me.
Give me a Constitution saving throw,
Everyone
please.
close your eyes. Constitution save, that is a 16.
16. You look as this almost serpent-like face. You see scales on it, 2 nose slits, long fangs, but still flat, more flat, like a humanoid's. Long black hair. As this creature stares into your eyes, and you're able to hold on to the love of your princess and stop yourself from being petrified in this moment. As
I knew it would work.
A terrible hiss at you. And
True love always prevails.
As she holds you upside down and hisses at you, we're going to end the session there. So, thank you all so much for joining us as we return to Glory of the Giants. We'll be back again in 2 weeks' time, hopefully. And during that in-between time, be sure to tune in to Spelljammer and all of our other shows. and we're happy to have you stop on by. Be sure to check out all my players, and let's keep making stories together.